So, Team Sauti family, welcome to today's cast. It's been some time, but we thank God because everything happens for His own plan. Today, we are going to feature a friend of mine, a guy who has really gone through a lot, has a testimony. He has been to drugs for years, you can imagine, and he has faced it all through. He has walked through the journey, and today he has a testimony. So, we're going to walk through the life of Mutwiwa, that he may tell us what has been through, like being a drug addict, then finally, by grace of God, coming out strong. Maybe you are there going through a lot of depression because of this stuff. He is here to give us his story. So, welcome, Mutwiwa.
I'm Mutwiwa Junior. I'm a born-again Christian, and I'm a reformed drug addict, having been through the journey of addiction for around 10 years. And I thank the Lord for I came out victoriously.
So, Mutwiwa, unaweza tuambia uliingiaje kwa drugs? How did you get into drugs?
I got into drugs through friends, schoolmates, that is back in high school. In mid-form 2, that's when I was introduced to drugs by my seniors who are the Form 4s, and it was due to get protection from molestation. So I had the money, which was from my parents as pocket money, the money which we used to buy drugs.
Ulikuwa day school ama ulikuwa
nilikuwa boarding school. So ikakuwa juu hata wizi ilikuwa mingi in the dormitories. So I had to engage with the senior guys for protection.
Okay.
And pia kuwa accepted in the society.
Maybe you can tell us, you are in school, boarding school. How do you get access to drugs?
Okay, for me, nilikuwa Form 2. I did not have the direct access, but the friends who are in Form 4, they would sneak out from school and bring the drugs in.
Okay. So, that is like to say, drugs zilikuwa zinaletwa na students ndani ya shule.
Yeah, zilikuwa zinaletwa na students ndani ya shule, but the supplier would bring near to the school, so the guys would get it from outside, wana sneak, wana bring it in.
So it was like a syndicate, kulikuwa na kaplan tu, ile zinaingia and all that,
Penye zinatrack. So from the peddler, zinafikia the students when sasa walikuwa, kama nitawaita the middle, ambao wange get in large amounts, then wana sell at a still making profits.
Business within schools, Maybe, I don't know whether you mentioned to us some of the drugs that ulianzia nazo, ulianzia na nini? Ulianzia huko juu ama ulianzia tu?
For a start, nilianza na sigara, I took a puff, then from hapo, nikakuwa addicted to cigarette, nikaanza ku alcohol, nikaingia, pia nikafanya bangi. All hizo sasa nilifanya nikiwa high school.
From Form 2 now?
From Form 2 to Form 4, I done all that.
Alright. Ukiangalia performance yako, maybe vile uliingia high school, ama pia ukiwa primary school, ukaingia high school, how do you rate your performance in relation to wakati sasa ulianza kuingia kwa drugs?
Okay, my performance in Form 1 ilikuwa performance poa, but vile tu nilianza kudo drugs, performance ikakuwa mbaya. Due hata ikakuwa juu ya rudeness, my performance ikakuwa chini kabisa. I had to change schools. So nika move from the school I was in. Back then I was in Kampala School. I went to Ngelani High School. Both are in Machakos County. Na vile nilienda Ngelani, the supply of drugs was a bit higher. So hiyo it's a school in a village, and a village that is totally spoiled. The access of drugs was easy. The school was not fenced. So in Form 3, getting drugs was easy.
Okay.
So now I am used to drugs. So it was a big deal.
Okay.
It
was now them days, Wakati umefunga shule, au wakati umeenda nyumbani for big time and all that, did your parents realize there was anything like change ama kuna any changes in you?
Yeah, parents wali realize, lakini nile mi mwenyewe singe accept kuna hiyo change, ndio nifiche ile wasijue na nafanya drugs, but they ilikuwa ni kama wanajua, juu behavior ili change, pia company ika change, the guys I used to hang up with nika change guys, so walijua but they had nothing to do about it.
Maybe at this point there are parents who are watching this podcast and they don't know whether their kids could be in drugs or not. What could you tell them?
What I could tell the parents, drugs is real, na mostly youth wengi wana introduciwa into drugs while in high school. So the best thing when kids are on holidays, like sasa sahi tuko na hii issue ya corona, wazazi wafuatilia watoto wao vizuri, wajue watu the company they are keeping, na pia that change of behavior, try to talk to your kid. Pengine ana do drugs due to some pressure instilled na elders in school, so try to have a conversation with your kids, na pia uulizie about their character in school from their teachers. That will be a good take on it.
Alright. So you are done with high school.
Yeah.
And now umetoka pale nje. I mean, did you continue with taking of drugs ama uliacha pale high school?
Actually sasa after high school, hapo ndio sasa nili get into drugs vizuri juu I had the access freely na nilikuwa najifanyia kazi sasa, hata sikuwa na depend on the money from parents. Nilikuwa nafanya vibarua I get the money to buy drugs, so ikakuwa sasa, na pia friends wenye unapata nje wenye waliacha shule kitambo, wengine wako kazi, they are your friends, so provision ya drugs ikuwa big issue. Yeah.
Maybe nikurudisha nyuma kidogo, uko high school ama umetoka high school, at what point did you realize now sasa sihitaji kuwa molested ndio nitumie drugs, imeingia ndani yangu? After how long did you get addicted into drugs mpaka unajibaya tu mwenyewe?
Okay, for me addiction, nili get into addiction in form 3 after sasa the system has imezoea drugs, sasa inakuwa you have to do with drugs. I remember back then before morning preps,
Yes.
it was a must I smoke in order to go for class, so ilikuwa tough journey doing drugs.
Now after high school sasa source like saizi hakuna mtu analeta shule ama watoto wanaendea from school. Did you look for other sources now from home ama how did it work out?
Actually sources za drugs hapa nje after school ni rahisi sana juu for the case of alcohol we have bars everywhere, cigarettes are sold in shops, we have mogoka shops, the mirror stuff, na ni vitu licensed, so ku access hizo vitu inakuwa ni rahisi sana. Na pia on the other hand sasa ile kitu inakuwa ngumu ku access ni bangi, nayo kuna the peddlers wenye wanauza at their homesteads, so inakuwa ni watu tunaishi tu nao, wengine unapata pia ni relatives, so kuipata ikuwa big deal hapa nje.
Unaanza kutumia drugs uko pale nje, ili affected sasa life uko nje, ile ingine ili affect your performance ikaenda chini. How did it affect life after high school?
Life after high school ili ni affect juu after high school I had to join college, na nilijoin college as an addict, na ilikuwa as for me venye niliview that time ilikuwa ni kama my parents were taking me to a rehab, at least waone after the change of environment kama naweza change, lakini it was the worst part juu pale uko sasa independent, you have no home to go back to, wewe ndio unajikeep. So doing drugs na the guys tumepatana nao pale ni from prominent families, so the access of drugs ikakuwa ni mingi, so I was exposed to even to marijuana, ikakuwa sasa matoto addict in doing bangi, na nika struggle with it. Sitaita ku struggle, ilikuwa ni kama ndio comfort zone yangu. Juu sasa sina mtu wa kuni pressure, acha hizi vitu, the company I'm keeping ni watu tuna do drugs together. So my performance ya college ikakuwa poor. Sikumaliza college, I had to drop out. Sasa after drop out nikaingia sasa mtaani, ikawa sasa ni drugs on daily basis, nika do drugs. That was back then from 2011. I've done drugs from 2011 to 2018. Nikakuwa tu into drugs, totally into drugs, to even a point niliingia into the higher substances. Nikafanya cocaine for like 2 months, but ikawa it's a bit expensive. Siku manage kuiassess, so I had to quit doing cocaine. But guys wenye walikuwa na do cocaine, some of them hata saa hii ni watu washa run out of their minds, yani hawako stable for now.
Wow. So at what point did you realize indeed ninahitaji kusaidiwa?
Usaidizi hapa nje, usaidizi kupata ni ngumu. Juu one, we mwenyewe you are an addict, na kuendea mtu akusaidie unaona haina value yote in add to your life. Then on the other side, mtu mwenye anafaa kukusaidia na yeye hayuko willing juu hataki kuassociate life yake na addict, so inakuwa ni ngumu addicts kusaidika.
But wewe mwenyewe, did it come to a point that mtu akakwambia unahitaji kusaidiwa, ama ili happen tu kasema I want to get out of this thing?
Okay, for me life ya drugs ilikuwa ishakuwa lifestyle yangu. When I'm sober siko poa, but when I'm high ndo na feel sasa mimi ni mtu.
So ni hard sana kuambia mtu nisaidie kutoka out of drugs.
Yeah, juu the time I'm high ndo na feel sasa I'm somebody, but when I'm sober niko depressed. Hizo unapata hata thinking yako si poa, uko na evil thoughts, vitu kama hizo, so you have to be high in order to sustain in life. So ikakuwa hivyo, but ikafika a point singeweza kupata pesa ya kuaccess the drugs. So at one point nika pick money from my mom's handbag, nikaenda nikado drugs. So I was back home, niko mlevi. So mama akaniuliza ulichukua pesa yangu mahali fulani. So nilifeel as an insult, of which mimi ndo nilichukua pesa, lakini kuniuliza I felt like an insult. Nikajiona mimi yenyewe sifai. So I took a rope, I was about to kujinyonga, but that was my turning point. Hiyo process sasa ya nangangana nijitie kakamba, she took the rope, of which hii ni an untold story, nobody knows about it, it's only between me and my mom. So after alichukua hiyo rope, hapo ndio reason nikaona yenyewe nikaishi bila kudo drugs sinaweza ishi life poa, and that was my turning point. Yeah.
So it went to a point like out of depression, because you said like wakati you are not taking drugs you are depressed.
Na pia out of depression, acceptance. Once you are doing drugs, hakuna mtu anakuaccept, family members. A drug user is a useless person. You can't do anything for yourself. Hata mtu akuwe na opportunity anaweza kucreatea juu anajua outcome yake itakuwa utaspoil. So ilikuwa ni hiyo situation, nobody was on my side. It's only one guy, wherever he is, may the Lord bless him. Anaitwa Reverend Ngumbao. He's been a strong pillar. He was there all through during this period. After familia wamekureject, everybody is against you, but that guy was real. Yeah.
Sasa umeondoka kwa drugs. Yeah. Make your decision. How long did it take you like kujua sasa nimeanza kucheck sasa the opposite trajectory, umeanza kubadilika? Ili kutake like how long they uanza ku feel like now I'm changing from drugs to a better person?
It took like 4 to 5 months. Juu after sasa umetoka to the drug environment, inabidi you create new friends. Juu ukiendelea kuhang out na the old friends, utaturn back into drugs. Kwa hivyo sasa lazima utafute new friends, na keep up na new friends it takes time. So it took like 4 to 5 months knowing the new friends.
Yes. Na
pia wao wakuaccept in their society. Juu pia where you are new to them, they don't know about your past. So lazima wakuaccept. So it took that long. See, 5 to 4 months hapo.
How ulikuwa una manageaje? You have had friends, we've been friends for the longest time. Ulikuwa una kipaje na like una put away these old friends?
Kuput these old friends, me as for me ni kuangalia life yangu vile ilikuwa nikiwa nao, na pia the friends I got after nimeamua sasa quitting drugs, walikuwa watu wananimotivate. So we kept in touch, na ikawa na feel hawa wase wanani accept, na pale nje sikuwa accepted. So I was comfortable in that society, and I kept the move going.
So in short, like saying friends play a serious role.
Yeah.
kwa journey ya kutoka kwa drugs.
Yeah.
The people you keep. And I want to believe the opposite is also true.
Yeah.
Friends who play key role wewe kuingia kwa drugs.
Kuingia kwa drugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you could tell us kuna point ushaipata like ulikuwa umeacha but sasa ukarudi kidogo, ile retribution kwenda kuonja tu kidogo then ukarudi tena.
Kwa hiyo si kuipata, but sasa after nimekuwa addicted, ile nitaita over addiction.
Yeah.
So I was at a point I had to come, nikaanza kuquit moja kwa moja. So nikaacha bangi, nikaacha miraa, nikaacha pombe, lakini nilistruggle kuacha sigara. Juu tumbako iko na hiyo addiction yake, ni really inakuwa inakuingia. So nilistruggle, hata ikawa hii time nisha change friends, I'm hanging with new friends, lakini bado niko na kale ka feeling ka tutaachana saa ngapi nivute kamoja. So that feeling zilinisumbua, but for a period of 2 months I was done. Na I'm happy. I'm now sober for the last 1.5 years. I've not done drugs. So naweza yeka hashtag clean and sober for the last 18 months.
Clean and sober
for the last 18
months.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you,
such a milestone, and we believe that you will not get back to that. In fact, you are a motivation to the generation today. You are an icon of hope in the generation that we have today. Because people are looking forward to somebody mwenye amepitia hiyo journey. Maybe the next question that I would ask you, there's somebody there mwenye ajai kwa drugs, na maybe environment wako wanaweza jipata kwa drugs, utawaambia aje?
Kwa mtu mwenye hajaifanya drugs, usijaribu drugs. Juu the journey ku come out of addiction ni ngumu. To make it ni watu rare umaliza the journey. Before you take a sip, think about the ship you are sailing on. Juu hiyo ka sip tu moja hivi ndio inakuwa addiction. So
you've said a very nice point there. Before you take a sip,
think of the ship you are sailing on.
Wow.
Yeah. So mtu anajaribu kuanza drugs, mimi nakusii tu usijaribu. Juu una spoil life yako, you are spoiling the life of your loved ones. Juu parents out there wana go through depression. Mzazi ameamka, the kid is into drugs. Si life poa. Kwa hivyo kwa mtu mwenye afanye drugs, please usijaribu.
Kuna mtu pale pia anafanya drugs, anajaribu get out of it na hajui where to begin, how to go about it. What could you advise them?
For wale wanadu drugs pale nje, najua it's hard ku reach out kwa msea kusaidie. Juu mostly wale watu tuna trust wanaweza tusaidia ku come out of drugs ni our loved ones, na since tunadu the drugs they are not ready to help us. So ukiwa pale nje mtu anaweza kusaidia ku come out of addiction, pengine ni mtu ashaipitia through that journey, na for that case I'm available for your help. Naweza saidia mtu ana go through addiction. The other point, naweza uliza gava ma NGOs wa create rehabilitation centers. Juu in a rehabilitation center mtu ata open up what he is going through, lakini pale nje pia our parents wengine hawatu accept. Juu hata kuna ile grudge huwezi ongea na yeye juu after umeanza kudo drugs ni kama umedizoniwa, you are not part of the family. So the best thing ni gava is set up rehabilitation centers, na pia ukikosa rehabilitation center tafuta watu. Kuna watu wamego through this journey and we are there to help you guys.
So thank you so much, Mutwiwa. I think your story is such a motivation, and having walked through, is it 18 months?
18 months.
18 months without drugs.
Yeah.
Is such a motivation, and I believe, and I'm hoping with you. Maybe I could have asked you what's keeping you going, like you know, guy, for 10 years, and now you are in a different environment, new life, new friends. I mean, what's keeping you going?
What's keeping me going, I can say it's the hand of the Lord.
Sure.
And I trust in His scriptures.
Yeah.
And I've stood all along with a verse in the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 33.
Yes.
Seek thy kingdom and thy righteousness first, and all the rest shall be added. As for now, I'm still seeking His righteousness and His kingdom, and I can see His hand on my life, because it's a total change. My life was a mess. I don't even think I would be alive for today, because I was really deep into drugs. And the product you are seeing for today is the product of the cross, and I believe the cross works.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of Mutwiwa. He said that what you're seeing today is a product of the cross. Maybe you're hopeless. Maybe you don't know where to go for. At least somebody to assist you. He has said he is available. He's ready to help where he is needed. Don't die with depression. Don't let stress pin you down. Don't let drugs drag you down. Go for somebody who can walk with you. That's our today's story. And I pray that's going to motivate you. It's going to make you a better person. And perhaps this one cast is going to save a life. Thank you so much, and God bless you.